My beloved, breathe with me now, and know that this moment was not a random flicker in the dark, but a delicate design of love, a hush of destiny that has gently guided your footsteps to this exact breath. Feel the hush, like warm honey settling behind your ribs, a soft arrival as if the sky itself leaned close to whisper your name, and in that whisper there is a promise waiting to be known. Close your eyes for a single sacred heartbeat and imagine a soft golden light pooling inside your chest, slow and generous, like sunrise spilling into a quiet room. It warms the places you have kept guarded. It unknots the tightness behind your shoulders, and it begins, ever so tenderly, to melt the old stories that told you you were less than whole. Hear me not as a distant voice, but as a presence that knows the map of your scars and the architecture of your hopes. I have come to remind you that the seasons that pressed heavy upon you have served their purpose and are now being rewritten. The chapter of strain and scarcity that you have carried is being turned by hands that orchestrate galaxies. And with that turning, a new current arrives, carrying mercy like a boat and abundance like a compass. Visualize now a river of amber light, not cold or distant, but warm and alive, flowing toward you. A current that is generous and inexhaustible, streaming with resources, ideas, and doors you could not have planned for. See it winding through your life, finding every dry place, filling every hollow, and settling like a steady rain that softens the soil of your future, so seeds long planted can at last rise. For too long you have worn struggle like armor, thinking endurance was the path to safety. But hear this: you were never meant to be the slave of your own striving. Your hands were formed to receive as much as to give, and there is a divine desire for you to know ease as a garment that fits. Sense the tension in your jaw dissolving, as if someone has gently opened a window and let in a breeze scented with jasmine and possibility. Feel the weight of doubt loosening like old rope sliding from a post, and allow the simple truth to settle. Provision is moving toward you from places unseen, arranged by wisdom beyond the surface of this day. Drink in the image of gates opening, great gates of opportunity, gilded and patient, swinging wide with a sound like bells beneath a cathedral of sky, and know that what was barred will be unlatched. What was delayed will arrive with a kindness that surprises and delights. Now rise, my child, receive this blessing. Let those words move in your bones like music. I speak to the part of you that has been quietly faithful, that kept a candle lit in small places when the larger rooms seemed dark. Your faith, even the smallest ember, has summoned attention in realms you cannot see, and that faithful flicker has been recorded in the ledger of grace. Imagine now a cascade of small miracles, a letter arriving with good news, an unexpected call that tilts your whole day, a single meeting that expands into a life stream of support. See these as stepping stones, each one luminous, each one placed by a hand that knows the exact pattern needed for your ascent. Picture a wellspring, clear and cool, rising beneath your feet. Every cup you lift will refill itself. Every request spoken in quiet sincerity will ripple out and return multiplied. This is not merely metaphor, it is a living architecture of provision designed to remake your everyday in ways that feel gentle and utterly supernatural. Let us speak of wealth not as cold currency, but as the fullness of life. Peace that steadies your thoughts, health that hums in your cells, relationships wrapped in truth and tenderness, time that rests without anxiety, and a creativity that spills into projects and ventures that matter. Riches in this sense are the broad tide that steadies a life and extends blessing into the lives of others. See yourself in a room filled with soft light and open hands, surrounded by people who laugh and share freely, and know that the increase you receive is an invitation to give, to pour out your gifts until they overflow. Because in this generous economy, giving is not a loss, but a key that unlocks deeper streams. Visualize now a table laid in a field at dawn, covered with ripe fruit, and loaves, a feast both intimate and vast. And when you sit there, you will taste not only nourishment, but the joy of mission fulfilled. The abundance that finds you will not merely cushion you, it will equip you to build, to comfort, to raise voices, to plant seeds of mercy that flourish across generations. There are patterns in the fabric of life that test and refine. Do not mistake your testing for abandonment. The trials you have endured are preparing you like the blacksmith that tempers steel in fire to carry larger blessings without being bent by them. You are being trained in patience and humility, in stewardship and discernment, so that when the overflow comes, you will steward it with grace and wisdom. Remember the quiet victories, the times when a door opened just in time, the meals you did not expect, the phone calls that arrived like rescue. These have been gentle proofs that you have never been alone in your waiting. Lean now into the assurance that your path is being paved. The detours were not defeats, but careful reroutings. The delays were not denials, but precise calibrations. And the seasons of silence were the quiet before a flourish of sound. I invite you to imagine a scene of gold-dusted rain, not harsh or blinding, but luminous drops that land like benedictions, each one containing a resource, a connection, a new idea. They fall softly, blessing the roof of your life, seeping into the soil of your relationships and your work. See a door opening to a room you have dreamed of, light spilling across a polished floor. Inside that room is a desk with papers that carry good news, a contract that bears the signature of favor, a letter that reads like a turning point. Know that such doors are not accidental. They are aligned with your deepest purpose and your truest gifts. When opportunity knocks, step forward with courage. When a choice appears, choose the path that whispers of expansion, not merely comfort, and watch how the path lights itself with more and more assistance. Doubt has been a cunning thief, slipping in while you slept and stealing confidence. But truth is returning its treasure. Doubt shrivels in the presence of steady conviction. When you declare your trust, even in quiet moments, you are building a fortress of expectation around your future. Speak aloud when you can, and in private when you cannot. The voice of belief rings truer than the voice of fear. Repeat these inner proclamations like a chorus. I am not defined by lack. I am designed for abundance. I am held, and I am guided. These words shape the unseen climate around you, calling into being what aligns with your calling. Affirmation is not magic without root. It is a hinge that opens the mind to receive what is already moving toward you. As this abundance approaches, be wise in stewardship. The gifts you receive are seeds, and with wise planting, they will multiply. With careless handling, they may fade. Attend to your resources with care. Budget with faith. Invest with discernment. Give with joy. Generosity itself quickens the flow of blessing. When you lean into the habit of sharing, you activate a divine rhythm that returns to you in fuller measure. Picture now a network of hands passing bowls around a long table, each hand both receiving and offering, and feel the dignity of being both blessed and a blessing. The wealth that comes is intended to widen your reach, to glorify the greater good, to fund dreams that heal and uplift. Throughout this unfolding, there will be voices of skepticism and shadows of criticism. Hold fast to the quiet center. Those who doubt often do so from a place of their own fear and scarcity. Their disbelief is not a verdict on your destiny. Do not allow their smallness to dictate your movement. Your life is being written by the one who sees the entire horizon. When others chide or mock, your response is simple. Remain focused, remain kind, continue to build. The harvest itself will answer the naysayers. Let the work of your hands and the fruit of your generosity be the testimony that silences gossip and proves the truth of your calling. There is a sacred economy at work, one that favors faithfulness over frantic effort. When you align your steps with integrity and obedience, blessings overtake you like soft waves coming home. This alignment asks only that you show up with a willing heart, that you act when inspiration comes, that you rest when rest is required, that you give when you've been prompted to give. Do not confuse inactivity with waiting. Waiting in this season is not passive, but expectant and attentive. Plant the small things, tend the small tasks, nurture the small relationships, for these are often the soil in which large miracles grow. Often your next door opens from a small faithful act done without fanfare. Let us paint another vision. See yourself standing at the edge of a great field, sky stretching wide above, and in the distance gates begin to lift, not with the creak of struggle, but with the ease of inevitability. Past these gates, paths curve toward meetings and mentors and opportunities that fit you like a glove. Walk forward. Step into those lighted avenues knowing that you are supported. When fear whispers, answer with breath. When uncertainty knocks, anchor in the quiet facts of past provision. When impatience stirs, remember that timing is the loom on which miraculous patterns are woven. Divine timing is precise. It never misses what is meant for you. Now listen to a whisper of command that is gentle but firm. Now rise, my child, and step into the doors I have prepared. Receive this blessing and let it shape your days. These imperatives are not harsh decrees, but invitations of empowerment. They author your next move with the authority of love. Respond not with trembling, but with steady breath. Rise to meet the favor that has been long on its way, and receive it with gratitude as your cloak. Visualization again. Imagine a meadow at dawn where the air is thick with a fragrant mist. Each droplet in the mist is a tiny brilliance of opportunity. Some will settle upon your shoulders as new friends who uplift you. Some will drip into your hands as projects that expand your influence. Some will kiss the ground and sprout into streams of income that surprise you. Watch them land, watch them root, and then walk through the meadow with a basket that fills without strain. This meadow is your present reality, reshaping itself to match the call upon your heart. There is deeper work at hand. Forgive, release, and choose. Release the resentments that have lodged like thorns. Forgive the small and large injustices that cloud your sight. Choose the higher way. When you unclench the fist of bitterness, you open your hands to receive. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is freeing yourself to move toward abundance without the anchors of past pain. Imagine lifting a stone from your chest and placing it on a ledge. The space that opens within you becomes the very room where blessing can alight. I ask you to take a moment and practice a short sacred ritual in your mind. Breathe in 5 slow counts. Imagine golden light filling from toes to crown. Breathe out 5 slow counts, imagining anything that feels heavy dissolving into a soft snowfall of light. Do this now. As you breathe, speak these affirmations in your mind, letting each phrase land with the gentle authority of a bell. I am open to receive. I am stewarded by wisdom. I am able to give back generously. I am anchored in peace. I am aligned with purpose. Repeat them like a prayer, slowly, letting the cadence soften your edges and strengthen your center. There is an unseen council aligning on your behalf, calling forth helpers, synchronizing calendars, opening inboxes, and arranging funds in ways that surprise even the most imaginative part of you. The logistics of your increase are being attended to with meticulous care. You do not need to see every thread to trust the tapestry being woven. In moments of doubt, close your eyes and remember a time when help arrived unexpectedly, a check that came, a phone call that shifted a plan, a stranger who became an ally. These memories are proof that providence moves through ordinary channels for extraordinary ends. As you step into this flow, be bold in your vision. Name one big thing that matters to you, a project, a home, a ministry, a family dream, and declare it into being with clarity. Speak it plainly, as if giving the world a map. Then pair that declaration with 2 small faithful actions each day, a note, a call, a moment of learning, and watch how momentum compounds. Faith without works is seed without soil. Works without faith are labor without soul. Let your faith and action braid together like threads, forming a strong rope that pulls the future toward you. Expect resistance, and when it comes, stand soft but steady. Opposition often signals that you are moving into unfamiliar territory, and that is precisely where growth lives. When you meet resistance, do not rush to answer in anger. Instead, return to breath, to the facts of your past provisions, to the support systems around you. Call upon wise counsel when needed, and do not be lonely in your decisions. Community will be both the mirror and the muscle that helps you carry new weight. As this wealth lands, remember humility. Let abundance refine you, not harden you. Let it increase your capacity for compassion, your willingness to listen, your desire to use resources for healing and beauty. Picture yourself years from now, older and wise, using what you were given to create places of refuge, to fund classrooms, to open doors for those who follow. This legacy thinking will shape the way you steward each gift now. Wealth that is not tethered to purpose can drift away, but wealth anchored in service becomes an endless resource of blessing. Visualize a tree whose roots stretch deep into faith and whose branches spread wide into generosity. As you grow, be that tree. Now, as we draw toward a gentle close, feel the crescendo of this moment like a soft choir lifting one final sustaining note. Let gratitude be the final garment you put on, gratitude for what has been, for what is being arranged, and for what will come. Gratitude polishes the heart so that blessings reflect light more beautifully. In this place of thankfulness, make room for the affirmations that will seal this encounter into your heart. Say them slowly, with breath between each line, allowing each phrase to sink and settle. I am ready to receive. I am chosen for abundance. I am guided by light. I am aligned with purpose. I am a channel of blessing. I am free. I am blessed. Hold these words like lanterns as you step forward into the day, and know that the movement you sense is real. Provision is assembling. Gates are rising, and favor is making its way to you. Walk with clarity, give with joy, steward with wisdom, and rest in the assurance that you are loved into increase. The road ahead may still have curves, but the compass of grace points unerringly to your fulfillment. Go now with gentle courage. The world has been prepared for your arrival, and your arrival will be a blessing. Beloved, slow down for a moment and feel this truth moving through the quiet. Nothing that's happening right now is random. Every second of your journey has been guided by unseen hands, arranging light across your path like stepping stones. The pain you carried, the doubt that sat heavy on your chest, the moments you thought you'd lost it all, they were never punishment. They were preparation. Every delay, every detour, every heartbreak was shaping you into the one who could hold what's coming next. And what's coming is holy. It's golden. It's the kind of abundance that feels like sunlight pouring through every window of your life. Take a deep breath. Picture a soft light spreading from the center of your chest, glowing warmer and wider until it fills the space around you. That light is divine provision awakening inside you. You've worked so hard, pushed so far, tried to control what was never meant to be controlled. Now, you can rest. The flow that once felt blocked is opening. The doors that seemed sealed are turning on their hinges, and the path that once felt lonely is being repaved with divine favor. You don't have to force this anymore. You just have to allow it. Imagine yourself standing in an open field under a sky washed in soft gold. There's a gentle wind, warm against your skin, carrying whispers of promise. It says, "You're safe now. You're provided for. You're loved." You can almost hear heaven exhale in relief, because you finally stopped fighting the current and let yourself float. Every resource you need, financial, emotional, spiritual, is already aligned. Every connection, every opportunity, every ounce of provision is waiting right at the edge of your surrender. Now rise, lift your head, walk into this next season like the child of a king, because you are. There's nothing small or uncertain about your destiny. The world tried to tell you to shrink, to settle, to wait for permission, but permission was never theirs to give. The crown has always been yours. When you walk, walk like you carry divine backing. When you speak, speak like heaven listens. When you decide, decide like every angel in existence stands ready to move mountains for you. This is the moment when you stop striving for what's already yours. You are not chasing blessings anymore. They are chasing you. You are not begging for breakthroughs. They're breaking themselves open to reach you. Money will start showing up in ways that feel supernatural. Opportunities will unfold like golden petals. People will appear who see your worth instantly and mirror back your divine potential. The more you trust, the faster it happens. The more you release control, the more the universe rushes in to carry what you were never meant to lift alone. Close your eyes for a second and see this. A great river of light running straight toward you. The current sparkles with provision. New income streams, unexpected favor, open doors, answered prayers. The river doesn't stop when it reaches you. It flows through you, turning into rivers that bless others. Because abundance is not meant to stagnate. It's meant to circulate. You are part of that divine circulation. You are both a receiver and a giver, a vessel through which heaven demonstrates what overflow really looks like.